Well, howdy, product data enthusiasts. This is Joe from Industrial Data Associates, here to unveil our first video in a series of videos. We're calling it IDA Optimized. We'll see how that feels. We'll try it on. Maybe it'll stick over time. But our hope is that we are going to give you some knowledge and some teaching tools to help you improve how you structure and promote your product data out to your customers. And to help us along with that is Eli Cooley, the founder and president of Industrial Data Associates. He is going to give us a tour of a website that we built internally and our resources use to train themselves. It's called SKUs.com. Before I hand it over to Eli, I want to encourage everybody to like, share, and comment in your posts and help us along here. With that, Eli, take it over.
Thanks, Joe. What we're going to do today is walk through SKUs.com. As Joe mentioned, this is a website that our team built. Our company is Industrial Data Associates, and we're a services firm that designs and builds product information primarily for websites and for PIM systems, or product information management systems. We work with distributors, we work with manufacturers, we work with retailers. Most of our clients have over 10,000 products that they're trying to manage. And that's what our team does. We design hierarchies and taxonomies, all the labels, we make images, and then we build all the product information that's underneath that, the attributes, the search, content, the descriptions, et cetera. So there's a lot of data involved in product information. And just because of the nature of our business, we do work for clients, and we have downtime between projects. Even when we're doing really well at managing our services organization, you'll have teams that are down for 2 or 3 weeks or 2 and 3 days in between projects when one project ends and another starts. And so this is a tool. SKUs.com is an environment really that we use to keep ourselves busy in between projects. And it's a place where we can sandbox and try out different concepts, try out competing organizing principles, and design together. And what we decided to do is try to build a hierarchy of everything. So a hierarchy of all the products that mankind is capable of making in the year 2022. Obviously, we don't have everything, but what we do have spans everything from retail products all the way to advanced electronics. And these data points that we build, these nodes in our hierarchy, we do store additional information here where we describe the categories, and we do document the top manufacturers and distributors for these categories and reference links, because we use this content sometimes more than others, but we use this content in our projects as well as a reference. With that being said, I wanted to just walk through the site a little bit and show you what we have here. We'll do deeper dives in other calls or other presentations to talk through different aspects of product information, like the type ahead here at the top of the page, and how that works and what goes into that. But what I wanted to do primarily today is just walk through the website. So SKUs.com, like I said, it covers everything. And I'm going to scroll through here a little bit: abrasives, adhesives and sealants, apparel, art and craft supplies, arts and entertainment, building supplies. You can see that we're starting to have almost everything: dental and orthodontics, electrical. And when we look out in the world at other taxonomies that attempt to span a very broad number of categories, you have things like the Google product hierarchy, which isn't very good, but it attempts to do that. You have taxonomies like the Amazon taxonomy, which is also not particularly good, but is very effective at what they're doing. So you can find big taxonomies out there that span lots and lots of types of products, but none of them are. They're all somewhat limited or focused on either selling something or they have a very particular focus. So we decided to try our hand at it. So that it does exist out there, taxonomies of everything, but there's not too many of them. And we've really enjoyed trying to put something together here that spans everything that we work with. And because we work with retailers and manufacturers and industrial distributors, we end up working with a lot of products, and they all have some things in common. When it comes to, they all have taxonomies, they all have the search content for these catalogs are similar in many ways. The fact that there are products and there are two tiers of the products, and the products have attributes, and all these attributes and these categories and these items have metadata, and there's so much content here, and there's so much that they have in common that we thought it was worth putting everything into one big hierarchy. I'm not going to dive into any in particular category, but we can just kind of go down the hierarchy here and see that within our taxonomy, we have images, we're at least publicly facing, we have some very short descriptions here, and we're continuing to build this out over time. But right now we have a little over 10,000 categories, which is a pretty big hierarchy, and we're really enjoying building this thing out. On subsequent calls, on subsequent presentations, we will be reviewing some of the tools that we use to build this hierarchy. So we'll show what it looks like on the back end. What does the environment look like where we manage all these categories and all this information? We'll share that, and we'll be diving into different concepts that are important for product information management. Concepts like search, concepts like taxonomy design, concepts like category labeling, and schema or attribute management for categories. One last thing, I forgot to mention that SKUs.com is downloadable. So if you are looking for a starter hierarchy for your project, or you'd just like to play around with it in an Excel file or something, or in your own taxonomy management application, you can download the taxonomy here. We just give the structure and the labels, and so you can just get the content that's here on the site, but it is downloadable, and feel free to use it. I've enjoyed sharing this with you and look forward to sharing more on future phone calls.
That's great, Eli. There's one quick question I had, if I may. This looks like a wonderful basis for future presentations, no doubt. I'm wondering if there's a plan for landing pages on SKUs.com.
That's a good question, Joe. Thanks for asking that. That was something I wanted to mention. Right now, what we have on these landing pages, what we're sharing publicly is just the labels. We're only showing the short labels. We're showing the short descriptions, and we're showing, in the places where we have them, we're showing images. These are images that we created. What we will be releasing very soon, or what we already have, but we'll be publishing out here, is the top distributors and manufacturers, distributors/retailers and manufacturers for each of these categories. So it will make for some interesting content. It'll make for some great reference content where we'll be able to get down into these categories, the branch categories and the leaf categories, all throughout the hierarchy. We'll have links to the top distributors and manufacturers as judged by our team.
Super. I know personally, I'm looking forward to hearing more and learning more about how you handle labeling for our customers. That's very interesting to me. Well, that about wraps it. I hope that our product information enthusiasts enjoyed this presentation, and will continue to come back. Thank you, Eli, for your presentation, and we'll see you next time. Remember to like, share, and comment on your posts, and we'll see you next time on IDA Optimized.
Thanks, Joe.